ABC 10 News at 5 starts right now.
A race to get children vaccinated as cases of COVID begin to impact schools in San Diego. The new efforts to try to get children who are eligible for the vaccine protected as they head back to class.
Plus, new research is starting to give insight into why COVID affects children differently than adults. Their cases tend to be mild, and the reason why could be found inside their noses.
And a troop of North County Boy Scouts heartbroken. Thieves drive off with their trailer. The impact this is having on the children's big end of summer plans.
ABC 10 News at 5 starts now.
With children heading back to school, COVID is already beginning to spread across some campuses. That's led to a big push to get students vaccinated. Good evening, I'm Lindsay Pena.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. ABC 10 News reporter John Horn takes us to a pop-up center in the South Bay where people lined up to get the COVID vaccine.
Sebastian Sanchez couldn't have found a more convenient location to get his COVID shot, the heart of his high school campus.
I just want to end the virus and, continue with our normal life.
Sanchez is a student at Chula Vista's Learning Community Charter High School. He was one of the first to go inside a pop-up vaccination clinic that opened to his peers and the surrounding community.
I feel excited that, I have the shot and then I can go places again.
The nonprofit Champions for Health hosted the clinic. It cited the spread of the Delta variant and the need to get all eligible Californians and those in underserved or vulnerable communities vaccinated as quickly as possible, especially with kids going back to school.
Yes, we require masks, and that's one layer of protection, and we're trying to keep our space and our distance, but the virus is persistent, and we just want to protect as many as possible here on campus and within our community.
The county says 64% of those between 12 and 17 have received at least one dose of the COVID vaccine. Those who missed Friday's pop-up clinic will have another chance Saturday in National City between 1 and 3 p.m. outside the Seafood City on Plaza Boulevard.
When we get vaccinated, we are protecting our community and healing our community, and as a result, we are stronger together.
The National City Mayor's Filipino Community Group is hosting the event. Those who get shots get free lumpia and halo halo. John Horn, ABC 10 News.
That's a bonus.
Yeah.
And we have a list of the vaccination resources on our website at 10news.com. Meanwhile, the FDA is on track to fully approve the Pfizer vaccine as early as Monday.
Scripps Health says it has to delay some non-urgent medical procedures because they simply don't have enough staff. With yet another surge in COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations happening across the county, Scripps staff tell us they're tired and burnt out.
We've had people literally at the end of their shift say, I'm done. I'm not coming back anymore.
Right now, Scripps is looking to fill more than 1,300 positions. That's compared to over 800 open positions in August of 2019. Scripps says it will not look like it did last year when all elective procedures had to be canceled.
If it's not an emergency case, maybe a case can be delayed a few days or a week or even a couple of weeks. And it could be everything from, a heart case that is an emergency that could be delayed a little bit, all the way to other surgical cases or other kinds of procedures.
Scripps says doctors will decide what cases can be delayed and notify their patients.
An escalation today in the battle between some governors and school districts that want to mandate masks in the classroom. ABC's Dan Lieberman has the new ultimatum the governor of Florida is aiming at schools while cases in that state skyrocket.
Lawyers from multiple Florida school districts meeting Friday to talk mask mandates as Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is now making good on his threat to pull funds from schools defying his ban on mask requirements. This as more than 17,000 patients are hospitalized across his state, with officials warning they're reaching a breaking point, with less than 7% of ICU beds available. Texas is dropping its enforcement of Governor Abbott's ban on school mask mandates after a Supreme Court ruling upheld one district's restraining order. A big win for dozens of districts defying Abbott, who has now tested positive with COVID. But across the South, grim scenes at hospitals. U.S. Navy medical teams are in Louisiana to help hospitals that are struggling with so many patients. Birmingham, Alabama, too.
We're experiencing wait times in the emergency room like we've never seen. They are waiting for hours and sometimes more than 24 hours in the emergency department.
And in Jackson, Mississippi, a reminder that the Delta variant's death toll is climbing too. A funeral director saying he can barely keep up with the number of bodies, almost tripling from 2 months ago.
They will ask how long will it be before you can get here, because we need that space available. We got so many people downstairs waiting to get in, and they always want you to come right on because they need the bed space.
Florida school districts defying the governor's ban on mask mandates, saying they'll fight the move in court, but that Biden's Department of Education offer to use federal funds to cover the governor's cuts may not be something districts like Broward County want to do, because they worry that doing so could take money away from students, the last thing they say they want to do. Dan Lieberman, ABC News, New York. Also tonight, in another crippling blow to businesses along the southern border, travel restrictions will continue. Today, the government extended restrictions on non-essential travel with Mexico and Canada for at least another month. The Department of Homeland Security cited the Delta variant as their reason for that extension. San Diego's Mayor Todd Gloria has been lobbying the White House to end those restrictions. Today, he called the extension an unacceptable burden on businesses and people that rely on cross-border commerce.
New research is starting to shed light on why children have generally fared better against COVID-19 than adults. ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl is going in depth to explain why the answer appears to be inside your nose.
Researchers in Germany swabbed the noses of several dozen kids and adults, and they found something that surprised them. Kids who had never been infected with the coronavirus had high levels of virus-fighting immune cells in their nose and upper airways, kind of like a preheated oven, already on, ready to go. Adults only got high levels of these things after they got infected.
Kids are immune responding machines, but the mechanism for why they do so well is something that we haven't understood well.
Dr. John Bradley of Rady Children's Hospital says the new paper in the journal Nature reveals new details about a part of the immune system that doesn't get a lot of attention, the innate immune system. The paper showed just how different it is in the lining of kids' noses compared to adults.
The ability to recognize viruses in the cells is far better than adults. So if they get exposed to a virus, their specialized white blood cells are on it much faster than adults.
After a vaccine or an infection, the body builds specialty defenses, custom made for that pathogen. That's what's called the adaptive immune system. But there are other cells that patrol the body for new and unknown invaders. That's the innate immune system.
It's like a fort with huge walls that prevents it from getting through into the body. And adults just have a little fence, not a high wall.
Dr. Bradley says kids get exposed to new viruses all the time. Some studies show they can catch a virus every week, so they have lots of innate immune cells ready for something new.
Children have huge lymph glands. That's normal. And as you get older, by the time you're school age and a teenager, they sort of shrink down to adult size level.
The new study tells doctors exactly what cells and what genes get turned on when the coronavirus first lands in our nose and upper airways. And Dr. Bradley says that's incredibly valuable, because now researchers can look at the rare cases of kids who do get really sick and see what they're missing and potentially improve treatments. Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
And we check the numbers here in California. There have been more than 4 million coronavirus infections in the state. Of those, 550,000 were kids. That's about 14% of the total cases. Fortunately, only 30 of those infections resulted in death. You can always get the latest news from the pandemic sent straight to your mobile device. It is free. Search 10 News in your app store.
In other news, President Biden says the U.S. is increasing its efforts to get people out of Afghanistan. Thousands of people are now being evacuated each day, we're told. But ABC's Elizabeth Schulze shows the new challenges in getting Americans and Afghan allies out of the country.
Facing backlash over a chaotic evacuation from Afghanistan, President Biden is doubling down.
There's no way in which you'd be able to leave Afghanistan without there being some of what you're seeing now.
In a speech from the White House, the president insisted American citizens and Afghan allies will be able to leave the country, even if it means extending the U.S. troop presence past the August 31st withdrawal deadline.
Let me be clear. Any American who wants to come home, we will get you home.
As many as 15,000 Americans and at least 60,000 Afghans who helped the U.S. are still trying to flee the country. And now more backlogs in getting them out. A U.S. official tells ABC News C-17 evacuation flights out of Kabul's airport have just resumed after a more than 8-hour delay. They were temporarily halted because the evacuee facilities in Qatar were at capacity. A State Department official tells ABC News the U.S. is now sending flights to other countries.
This is absolutely an all-hands-on-deck effort to ensure the safety of our personnel and citizens.
In audio obtained by ABC News, an Afghan pilot describes the danger of staying in the country during the Taliban takeover.
The situation is getting worse and worse, and the Taliban is just trying to find us, and they are searching for us. They called us, and they called me especially that where I am, and they told me that anywhere I should go, anywhere I go, they will find me and they will kill me.
As they ramp up their criticism of the White House, members of Congress in the House and Senate received briefings on Afghanistan from top Biden administration officials on Friday. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.